All right, today we're diving into Immutable X. You've probably heard the name, but what is it really? Well, it's a Layer 2 solution that's trying to fix one of the most annoying things for anyone into NFTs or Web3 gaming, those crazy high transaction fees. So let's break down exactly how it pulls that off.
Okay, so before we can really get what makes Immutable X special, we got to talk about the problem it was born to fix. And trust me, it's a big one.
So, have you ever been there? You're all excited to mint a new NFT or grab a cool in-game item on Ethereum, and then, bam, you get hit with the gas fee. We're talking about transaction costs that can sometimes be even more expensive than the item you're trying to buy. It's a massive roadblock for artists, for developers, and especially for gamers.
So what's the fix? I mean, how do you ditch those insane fees, but still get the rock-solid security of Ethereum? Well, that's exactly where Immutable X steps into the picture.
Think of Immutable X as this super specialized express lane built right on top of the main Ethereum highway. Its whole reason for being is to handle NFT transactions. And it's built to be fast, it's built to handle tons of volume, and, this is the magic part, it offers that's right, zero gas fees for you, the user. It's designed from the ground up for the chaos of NFTs and gaming.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. That sounds too good to be true, right? Free and secure? How on earth do they do that? Well, it all comes down to some really smart tech.
The secret sauce here is something called a ZK-rollup. Now, that sounds super complicated, but the idea behind it is actually pretty simple. Picture this. You've got thousands of little online orders to ship out. Instead of paying for shipping on every single one, which would be crazy expensive, you just pack them all into one huge secure shipping container. Then you pay for shipping just once for the whole container. That's basically what ZK rollups do. They bundle thousands of transactions together off-chain and then just post one tiny single proof to Ethereum. You get all of Ethereum's security, but for a tiny fraction of the cost.
And this isn't just theory. It has a massive real-world impact. I mean, look at this. An artist can literally mint an entire collection of 1,000 NFTs and not pay a single cent in gas fees. Think about what that does. It makes their project way more profitable, it makes the NFTs more affordable for their fans, and it just helps build this incredible community. It's a total game changer for creators.
So, the tech is obviously super cool, but, a powerful engine is useless without the rest of the car. So let's take a look at what the actual IMX ecosystem looks like in action.
Right at the core of this whole thing is the IMX token itself. And this isn't just some token you trade back and forth. It has actual jobs to do. You can stake it, which is kind of like putting money in a savings account to help keep the network secure, and you get rewards for doing that. It's also used to give developers, artists, and players a reason to build and play on the platform, and it covers some of the internal fees for more advanced stuff.
So how does the market value all this? Well, when we put this explainer together, the price for one IMX token was sitting right around 88 cents. And if you zoom out, that gives the whole project a market cap of about $760 million. That's a serious number, and it really shows you just how much value people see locked into this ecosystem.
Putting that into perspective, a market cap like that places IMX squarely in the top 70 or so crypto assets out there. That's a pretty strong signal from investors that they believe this isn't just some small project, it's a major player.
But honestly, price and rank are one thing. The real test is adoption, right? Are people actually using it? And the answer is a big yes. Immutable X is the engine behind huge games like the card game Gods Unchained and the super hyped RPG Illuvium. We're talking over 200 projects already building on it, with more than 15 million transactions crunched. The proof is in the pudding.
And let's bring it back to the gamer. I mean, this is what it's all about. Being able to just buy, sell, and trade your cards or your items without even thinking about some annoying gas fee? It just makes the whole experience better. It lets you focus on the fun part, playing the game, building your collection, and strategizing, instead of worrying about transaction costs.
All right, so Immutable X is clearly doing some cool stuff. But let's be real, it's not the only game in town when it comes to Layer 2s. So how does it actually measure up against the competition? So let's just lay it all out. You've got the big players like Polygon, Arbitrum, and Optimism. And yeah, they offer low gas fees, which is great. But look at Immutable X. It's offering zero gas fees for minting. That's a huge difference. And here's the other key thing. Those other guys are trying to do everything for everyone, their general purpose. IMX, it is laser-focused on just one thing, being the absolute best place for NFTs and games. And that right there, that specialization, that's its superpower. See, instead of trying to be a jack of all trades,
IMX is aiming to be a master of one. It's built for the crazy, high-speed, high-volume world of digital collectibles and gaming. And because of that focus, it can offer things like zero gas fees and specific tools for creators that the general platforms just can't. It's a huge bet that in this space, being the specialist is what's going to win.
Okay, so we've covered where IMX is today, but what about tomorrow? Let's take a peek at the road ahead.
And they are not slowing down.
The roadmap is pretty ambitious, to be honest. They're gunning to bring on even more massive games and marketplaces. They're looking to connect with other Layer 2s, constantly upgrading their tech to be even faster, and rolling out new programs to get the best creators on board.
But we have to be realistic here. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. Every project has risks, and IMX is no exception. They've got some fierce competition. Their success really depends on Web3 gaming as a whole taking off. They're tied to Ethereum security, and of course, the token price can swing around like any other crypto asset. It's super important to see both sides of the coin.
So if we try to imagine the future, what could it look like? Well, in the super optimistic, bullish scenario, IMX basically becomes the standard for all Web3 games and NFTs. Game over. A more neutral outcome? It carves out a solid spot and stays a key player, but maybe doesn't achieve total world domination. And then there's the bearish case, where maybe the competition gets too tough or gaming adoption just isn't there, and that puts a cap on its growth.
So to wrap things up, what's the takeaway? Immutable X has found a really powerful niche. It's not trying to boil the ocean, it's providing a super focused solution to a huge, real problem, and it's got the numbers and the big name projects to prove it's working.
And that really leaves us with the billion-dollar question, doesn't it? With everything it has going for it, the zero fees, the laser focus, the big-name partnerships, will Immutable X be the thing that becomes the new standard, the very foundation for all Web3 gaming and NFTs to come?
And just a quick final note as always. Remember, this is all just for informational purposes. It is definitely not financial advice. Please always do your own research. Thanks for tuning in.